Hey y'all, Justin with Kayak Catfish. Well, I am on the Tennessee River right here at First Light and going to be doing a combo trip today where I go after catfish and carp in some shallow water. So right now I am set up in a creek mouth right here where it dumps into the river. This area where I've got my baits is like 3 to 6 feet deep depending on where I'm at. I've currently got 3 rods out that are going for carp, and then on this rod over here I've got cast out more toward the channel. I've got a big skipjack head on, so I'm hoping to get some carp that are here in the shallows regularly, and then maybe get a big cat that's moving up into the shallows as this creek kind of goes back in here. Real shallow creek. So anyway y'all, I'm gonna put in a few hours out here this morning. Fingers crossed we get on a big one today. I'll turn my camera on y'all. We got some action on this left rod here. My line's kind of jumping out there. It's getting tight and going slack. There it goes. There it goes. Fish number 1. Fish number 1 right here, y'all. Let's see what we got. This bait was cast out probably 3 foot-ish or so. I'm kind of got these baits fan casted right here in this, where this creek comes out, but it's a real shallow creek. And I know there's a lot of shad in here. There's some carp in here. With as much food as in here, I have to believe some cats work up in here at times too. So I've got some leftover skipjack in my cooler. I thought I'm gonna throw out a big piece of cut bait for the cats, and I've got some pack bait from a recent carp trip that's in my kayak. Some of it's got mold growing on it, so I'm trying to use it up today. I won't be wasteful. Oh man, this thing's got me in something right here. There he come. He had me in something. There's some big rocks right here, kind of jagged, that comes out. We may have some trouble landing fish today, but we're gonna give it a college try out here, folks. That's all we can do. I'm wanting to get me a tug on the line today. I don't really care what we catch. Carp, buffalo, catfish, don't matter to me. I'm bringing in a limb with this one. I got a double on here technically, folks, a fish and a limb. This is a unique kind of double. You don't get this every day, folks. Good luck seeing this kind of action on a bass fishing channel. They might catch a fish, they might catch a limb, but they ain't catching them both at the same time. That's a common here to get our day started. Love catching me some carp. Come over here, fish, before you throw that limb off there. I don't want to lose it. Oh, I missed him again. I'm a terrible net man. All right, we got the fish and the limb, y'all. Come on in here, carp. Well, here is our hook. That one ate the white corn that I had out. Here's part of our limb. Nice piece of bark right there. That's a quality catch anywhere on the river. And here is our first fish, y'all. Nice common. I tell you, man, anybody can go on YouTube, catch a fish. Anybody can go snag them a tree limb. By getting them both at the same time, that's talent, y'all. You know it, you can't deny it. I'm gonna get some more pack bait and put on my feeder here. I'll show you this. You can refrigerate this stuff and make it last longer, but me, you know, I'm too lazy for that. It's got mold and everything growing on it where it's been in the kayak a few days. But you know what, these carp, they don't care if the bread's got mold on it. It's like penicillin to them. It's like an antibiotic, so they'll eat it. So I'm gonna get me a handful of it here and put on these old wire method feeders, Arrow from the Amazon. I got links to this crap down in the video description if you're interested. We're gonna put this on, get a nice glob of it there on the feeder. This one I've got a short hair rig, about 4 inches long, down to a number 6 size hook, couple pieces of fake corn on that. That's a white color. I got hot pink and neon green out on the other rods. I'm just gonna give that a toss over there, just kind of in that middle of the creek on that left side of the kayak, and we'll put it back in the rod holder and We fishing again. Oh, here we go again. We hooked up again, y'all. This one's on my middle rod. Well, he's a hitting and a getting it. I thought he'd come off for a second there. He's still on. He's mad at it though. This one I had cast right out in the middle here. Hopefully these fish today are going to stay in their lane. We don't want a lot of side-to-side runs, tangling up everything. I could have made a strong argument to fish with just 2 rods in this tight of an area, but I'm going for 3. I like to push limits, folks. I'm going for 3 plus a catfish bait way out there on the other side. I think this right here, a little bit of a glare on the water right now. I think this is going to be another common, I think. We'll see. Get him up here in a second. Yeah, it is. One of them old commons is mad at it too. He says his attitude ain't very common this morning. That one ate the hot pink right there. We got white, pink, and neon green corn on these rigs. Mixing up the color a little bit this year just to see if one outperforms another. So far, I don't think they really care what color. I think it's just having a bait out there where they're eating at. Getting that net, Carp. There you go. We got him, folks. Let's bring him in. Nice. He's a good time, buddy. There's that one there. Some old pink corn. Some of them carp now, they like the hot pink. There it is. Old common carp. He says he don't feel very common. He's very special, at least to his mama anyway. Yeah, there, Carp. Yeah, so far so good, y'all. Off to a good start here. That's 2 fish pretty quickly. Oftentimes in the mornings when I go out on my catfishing trips, I will see carp and buffalo out on the flats and out in the main channel, just up at the surface, just splashing around, jumping up. I don't know why they do that, but you see it oftentimes right at first light. And I've often wondered about fishing, because I love fishing creek mouths for catfish. It's one of my favorite type of places to fish for catfish on any body water. And I've wondered how it would do for carp. Now, typically when I'm carp fishing, when I go on my carp trips, I'm trying my damnedest to avoid people. I try to get way back up in the creeks and stuff just to get away from civilization. Places out here at the creek mouths, you're exposed to the main channel, pleasure boat traffic, yada, yada, yada. So I don't do much carp fishing out here close to the main channel, but I've wondered, especially at these early morning hours, if you don't get like a movement of carp going in and out of these creeks and stuff, and you know, how good a bite you could possibly get on. So we're trying it out here this morning, and we're off to a good start. Well, let's get us some more of this moldy pack bait here. Feed these fish some penicillin. Right there's some mold on that, buddy. These fish don't have to worry. If they had a questionable encounter with a lady last night, we got them covered. It is near the spawning season right now, so some of these fish may be able to benefit from this penicillin that we're feeding them here today. Throw that one back out there. See, they're just kind of in the middle of this creek. We'll let that soak. I've said before, but every time when you're using pack bait, every time you cast out, you want to try to hit kind of the same spot there best you can, because that's just creating a bigger and bigger chum pile every time you make a cast, and that pack bait just kind of disperses there on bottom. So anyway, y'all, we got all 4 lines out. We fishing again. Get the camera going. We got something happening right here on this rod. Now he's got it. He's got it. Well, the line had went a little slack, and he must have got it, because when it took off, he knows he's hooked. He ain't fighting very hard yet. He's a steady pull right now. He's not fighting hard though. I wonder if this ain't either a buffalo or a cat possibly. Them carp usually bolt. This one has not done that. He's coming right up to shore. Of course, he's gonna get over here on these jagged rocks. I'm curious to see what this one is. I don't feel him like rolling around like a cat would. Oh man, he is. I feel that line rubbing on those rocks. I wish he'd take back off the other way. I got 30-pound braid for line here, but that braided line don't do good with abrasion. Man, it's a solid feeling fish here. He's just not fighting particularly hard. No, it's a common. It's a common, folks. He didn't bolt. Just a slow, steady pull. This may be one here that was out all night or something. He's tired. He's one that needed that daggone penicillin's what he needed after last night. This fish is gonna send me a thank you card in the mail. Get on over here, fish. You can thank me in person. All right, that's a little better one right there. That's the biggest one yet. That there, buddy, he's got some fat sacks on him. Yeah, that one there is easily the biggest of the three so far, but just didn't take off running hard. He was just a slow, steady pull. He thought he was going to win a tug of war against me. That's what you get for thinking fish. What do you say? Tell these people to hit the like and subscribe, would you? He's mouthing it to you there. He's whispering it. Get out of here, fish. Next time you need to fight harder. All right. Well, that was another one there that ate a white corn. So far, all three fish have kind of come inside this creek here. My other carp rod's kind of going this direction, kind of just outside of it. Catfish bait over here ain't been touching. I got that big skipjack head on right now. I'm probably going to leave it on for an hour or so, and then I think I'll probably switch it out and maybe put a chunk on, a little bit smaller bait. See if we don't just get some action. Some of my catfish lately have been coming on smaller baits, so we may try that, but I'm gonna give that head at least an hour or so. But anyway, enough of this. Let's get some more carp pack bait out. Next glob of pack bait and the white corn going out. I think I was a little off on my positioning of that one, but we'll be all right. This creek here is so narrow. Any fish kind of swimming through here, they're going to have to pick up on the scent of them crumbs and the jello and stuff. It's pack bait. I've mentioned it in the other videos. Panko breadcrumbs, sweet corn, cream style corn, and strawberry jello all mixed up together there. Easy concoction to make, very cheap, very simple. And these carp, man, they love it. Oh, we got this one. Let's pick up on him. I just reeled this other one in because I had a fish hit it and didn't hook up. Now this one's going down. We're going to be rebaiting 2 rods here in a minute. I thought this rod might go down soon because I had a carp come up on the surface over there where I had cast it. I think that some of those breadcrumbs, when it hit the water, probably just come off over there, you know. And so he had come up there. It looked like he was kind of feeding on the surface, and I bet you it was the same fish that just ate this. He found that bait. I don't know how well carp can pick up scents and stuff in the water, but it must be pretty good because they find this. If they're in the area, they can find it pretty quick. There was something right there too. I don't know what he's doing with my line here. I can't tell if he's over it or under it. He's in it right now though, I know that. I guess we're going to be rebaiting 3 lines. And I think one of my power poles over here give too. We're going to be resetting everything, y'all. This fish has caused us a mess right here. Gosh dang it, it wouldn't be a kayak fishing trip for me without some tangles and a mess. I don't care if I'm catfishing, carp fishing, whatever. It's always something, man. I'd like to blame some boat wake or something on my power pole coming free, but unfortunately I can't. Well, fortunately and unfortunately, I ain't seen no other boats out here. I hope it stays that way. I'm filming this on a weekday, so hopefully we won't see much. And power poles I got, obviously they don't do worth a damn anyway, as I've broken free here, but they especially don't do good with boat wake. So I try to just use them when I'm back in these creeks and whatnot. Well, I got a mess right here, y'all. This fish better be a good one. I'm gonna give him a stern talking to when he gets up here. He's gonna regret what he's done to me. Yeah, that's a common. That's a pretty good one right there. I hope he feels bad about the mess he's caused. I don't know if these carp are remorseful or not. I ain't showing a bit of remorse to him for putting that hook in his jaw, I'll tell you that. Well, let me get this in here out the way. That's all we need is to have a third rod in this mess. There, we got him. Boy, it was an ordeal start to finish with this fish. Netting him was a challenge too, but that's the biggest one so far, man. Look at the belly on that thing. That's a fat one right there. Hold yourself up there, fish. Look at the belly on that thing, man. Look at that old fat sack. You can call Jenny Craig before she goes out of business, fish. She needs to put you on a weight loss plan. Got an orange fin there on bottom too. You're a pretty good looking fish. We need to do something about that Dunlop belly, because it's done lopped over your belt, fish. All right, let's get him out of here. We'll send him packing. I got to untangle them two lines. I got to reset. I guess it's that power pole to give. I don't know. I'm just going to get myself set back up here. Yeah, I thought I'd leave that skipjack head out for about an hour. It's probably been about an hour now. Since I got to reset everything anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and rebait that. We'll put a chunk on it while I get everything else repositioned here. That fish caused us some hassle, didn't he? Man, worth it though. Well, here's that skipjack head. Something had been down there chewing on it, probably a turtle. I've got myself repositioned here, got my power poles reset. I'm going to put on a little chunk of skipjack, a little bit smaller profile bait right there. We'll throw it out, and then I'm going to get my carp rigs reset. I'm still sitting here kind of in the same spot. Just had to put my poles back down and get them anchored in. But I got this here just on basically a hook and a leader. No weight on here. This is my lighter tackle fishing rods. These are my Catfish Sumo chopstick rods. I love these for carp fishing. They're a little lighter action than what I would ideally like for big trophy sized catfish, but if we hook one on it, we're going to have a dang good time. But I've just got that out there. The weight of the bait will take it down, and a fish can just easily pick up and run with it. And I'm going to get all these carp rods reset. We'll get some pack bait on. I'm going to put them kind of in the same areas though. One here, and one over here. And we definitely got some carp in this area. The catfish have let us down so far, but the carp are in here. Now, I'm going to turn the camera on here. This rod got hit. My line is slack, buddy. I don't know if he's just... Oh, he's got it. Watch this. Yeah, he was swimming with it. He knocked some slack in my line and was coming at me. We hooked up again, y'all. Oh, he's going for the other line. Let's see if he'll go under it. We don't want no more tangles. We done had all the tangles we want today. Good, this one's coming over this way now. I ain't been rebaited long here, y'all. I do think the current, they must have kicked some generators on up at the dam, because there's water kind of moving out of this creek now. I don't think there was earlier, so they must have some flow going. Boy, this thing's coming right at me. Watch him come over here and get all up in my dang trolling motor and stuff. Oh. He's wanting to run up under the kayak. Y'all need to get your fish under control here, y'all. This definitely ain't my fish. This is one of y'all's right here. He's gonna get back here in my dang power poles and get wrapped up. Y'all need to get him under control. I can't handle him here. He's doing what he wants, man. Oh, I think he is back here at my power pole. Where are you at, fish? Get out from under there. Now he's gonna get up here at my, there he come. Boy, this fish here, man. You know what you need to do, fish? You need to come over here on this side. You gotta stay in your lane, fish. We talked about this first thing. This fish didn't get the memo. He ain't got email. He's still got a fax machine, I guess. Get in that net. There you go. You're just trying every which way in the world to get out of coming in this kayak, but it's happening, buddy. There's that thing, man. He tried everything in the world. He went around the trolling motor, under the kayak, tried to get around my power poles. You're a pretty smart fish, but I was on to your plan from the start. It wasn't happening today, buddy. Tell him nice try. He gave it the college try, man. Yo, think about what you've done today, fish. These folks are gonna be embarrassed when they see this video and see how he acted. I don't know how good they'll be able to discern him on there. Their reception's probably not very good there underwater. But I'm gonna try to hit that same area over here, y'all. This area seems to be getting some attention from the carp. I've seen not just the fish we've got, but I've seen some other carp come up on the surface over there, kind of looking like they're eating off the surface, which I assume they're probably getting some of them crumbs that have stayed up there when the pack baits hit the water. So we'll get it cast back out. I don't know about y'all, I'm having a pretty good day out here. I'm not getting, you know, like doubles and triples, just rods constantly going down, but getting pretty consistent action right here. I think it's happened again, y'all. My line got hit and it's now slack. Let's just see what's going on. Oh yeah, he's got it. Watch this, watch this. There he goes. Nice try, buddy, nice try. You thought you was hiding your bite there. Can't get my words out, but you know what I'm trying to say. He was trying to eat that bait and act all coy about it. Didn't want me to know that he had that hook. But I knew when my lines go slack and I ain't moved in the kayak, I know something's up. I ain't no Perry Mason or no Matlock, but I got a little common sense, which I know ain't so common in today's day and time, but I got a little bit of it. Man, this thing he ain't really fought hard, but I think he's a solid fish. He's just kind of doing his thing down there. If he really bolts, man, I don't know what's up with him. I've got kind of a, it's a carp. I've got just a brief look at him there. He looks like a pretty solid fish, but he ain't really took off on me yet. I don't want him getting in my motor up there. Probably should raise that motor up. That'd probably be the smart thing to do. Yeah, that's a pretty solid fish. He just thinks, oh, now he's gonna take off a little bit. Now he wants to run. We just on his schedule today, folks. Just pencil him into your calendar here. We on his schedule when he went, look at him. He just realized something was up. Better late than never, fish. I think it's another common. I keep hoping to luck into some mirror carp. You know, you just kind of get one sporadically here and there. I got a few last year, got one already this year. So it's just a matter of time before I stumble into some more. This in here, a regular common. No buffalo today. My last trip that I went out for carp and buffalo and stuff, I got several buffalo. Thought about going back there today, but decided to come try this out instead. Definitely paid off with some fish here. This here is going to get in that net. That old bubblegum pink there, corn in his mouth. Man, that's a solid fish, buddy. He's thick. Some of these carp today have been chunky fish. Let's hold that up, man. How awesome is it pulling fish this big and this heavy out of water that's, you know, 3 to 5 feet deep over there, man. That's awesome. I love doing this, y'all. They're so much fun, especially on these lighter tackle rods here and stuff. It's a good time. Carp just don't get any attention here in the United States. They're a trash fish, you know, which I'm perfectly fine being the trash man. It's just more for me, since they're kind of an untapped resource. This one here got my corn all up in my net here. Doggone fish. He got the last laugh on me, didn't he? He got my corn. I got this corn on a hair rig, and it's went down in between the netting here. This corn, I'm using the Corda brand corn. Hold on. We gotta finish that in a minute. We got another one here. This one here's on that was on the pink corn. This one's on the white corn, but I think it's just more of these fish are right in here in this area. Outside of this creek, we just ain't had a lot going on, but they definitely seem to be right here, kind of at the entrance of it. And I've wondered that, you know, are these fish, could you get on a bite of these fish just moving in and out of the creek at first light? I wonder if it's like a, you know, kind of a migratory thing in the mornings and evenings and stuff, because you see them at sunrise and sunset out on the main channel all the time in front of all these creeks out through here. You see them just splashing the surface and stuff. And then, you know, usually when I go carp fishing, I'm way as far back in creeks as I can go, try to avoid people and stuff. But if they back in the back creeks and they out in the main channel, well, they got to be going in and out right here, these creek mouths and stuff. So it's paying off. Unfortunately, being out here on a weekday, I ain't seen a single boat that's hit me with any boat wake. I ain't had any other fishermen working up in here in this particular creek or nothing. Because this one here is so small. If we did have bass fishermen or, you know, a cat fisherman working up in here and net them some shad or something, they'd have to go right over top of my lines. It'd be kind of a nuisance. I definitely wouldn't want to fish a spot like this on a weekend. But out here today, it's paying off. We're getting some fish. And this one here, he's going over these rocks right here. He don't give a crap, man. He's just gonna try to break us off, I reckon. We'll just bring him in like that, fish. I'll bring you right over them rocks. I gotta put you back in the rod holder a second, fish. I gotta get my other rig undone from my net so we can net this one. Well, this one here ain't quite as big as his friend. He was a pretty good time anyway. They fun, man. You get fish that size, I mean, that's an average size carp. That's in all these creeks all the way up and down the Tennessee River out here where I live. And, you know, probably mostly nationwide too, I would assume, just because they're kind of got that trash fish connotation pretty much everywhere in the United States. But when you can get a fish that size right there, that's your average on the day. It's a good time, man. Look at that mess right there, man. Turtles are chewing me up. I love catching some big catfish in shallow water. It's a blast, but boy, I hate fishing for them in shallow water because of that right there, man. Them turtles will ruin a bait quick, fast, and in a hurry. My line out there is starting to move a little bit. Something's knocked some slack into it. Let's just stand up here and crank down and see what's going on. Yeah, he's got it. He's got it. These fish they're trying to be coy today, buddy. They trying to be sneaky. I'm on to their games though, man. Can't outsmart me. Old fish, you keep trying, but it ain't gonna happen. He's swimming over here to the right. See if I can bring him back under these other lines. You think he'll be cooperative? I could just go around them other lines, I reckon, and land him over here on this other side. I reeled my catfish bait in, and turtles are just giving me hell. I'm gonna bring him in on this other side. If he wants to do that, that's the direction we'll go then. By gosh. Now he's gonna go the other way. He can't make up his daggone mind, like a woman. Can't make up her mind. Yeah, I reeled my catfish bait in though, y'all. The turtles chewing me up. Well, there's some carp going crazy out there. I saw that out of my corner of my eye. That's definitely a carp. But I ain't had no catfish action here. Hell, I'm more into catching the carp right now than I am getting a cat right now anyway, so we put the catfish rod up. I got my 3 carp rods out. Mainly just need the 2 carp rods because it's 2 of them getting hit over and over again. I could probably put the 3rd one up. I may end up doing that just to keep from getting lines crossed and stuff, because these 2 rods are giving us plenty of action. This in here I think is going to be another pretty good quality fish right here. Definitely a carp. I ain't got a good look at him. That's how big the size is yet. Just enough glare on the water making it hard for me to see. It's a cloudy day, but just enough glare. Let's see if we can get him up here. No, he's running around circles now, by gosh. You just, whenever you calm it down, Carp, we'll proceed with the program here. We'll get you netted. And we on this one's schedule too. Come on, Carp, you coming on this side now. You coming over here on this side. We ain't doing all this mess. Oh, this one here ain't quite as big as some of his kinfolk, but by gosh, he's still a quality fish for this tackle and this depth of water. There he is. Old ornery thing, again, not as big as some of the others we've got out here, but dang good fight for his size, man. They're like little torpedoes, buddy. They got some muscle on them, and you cut into them things, you know, use them for catfish bait or something. It's difficult to do. They're pretty much scales and bones. I mean, you need a dang chainsaw to cut into them, especially when they're that size. But for no more meat than they got on them, buddy, they can move, man. They got some muscle and some power to them. Well, I'm gonna cast this bait back out. It looks like it's starting to rain. I'm gonna check radar, see what's up with that. I thought I was gonna be good this morning. I thought it was supposed to be afternoon rain. It looks like it started to sprinkle now. Weatherman may be about to get me again because I did not check radar before I left the house. I think this rod right here is about to go down, y'all. I'm gonna cast this one out right quick because I had to retie. Had a fish break me off on that rod a second ago, but that one there was getting hit. You think he's got it? My line's still kind of jumping around. What do you think? I think he does have it. I'm just gonna pick up and see if I feel a little weight. I do. Watch this. Watch this. Got him. Yeah, he was messing around. I had one hit me. Just make a kaboom on that other rod a minute ago, and I went to reel it in. I was gonna put some more pack bait on, and I'd be doggone if it didn't break off my hook. It must have, probably when we've reeled one of them in over them rocks earlier, probably just weakened my line. And it broke off my leader to my hook, so I just tied on a fresh hook on it, got it cast back out, and now we hooked up with this one. I don't know what this one is. This is another one that's kind of fighting funny. Some of them have been like that today, ain't they? A lot of them ain't been like that. Hard runs, you know, just bolting like they oftentimes do. They've been a little bit more reserved today. Probably out partying all night, you know. You know how these carp are. They live a wild life. Actually, this one's not a carp. We got our first buffalo of the trip, and we got a stick. Boy, how about this, y'all? Look at this. This is twice today this has happened where I've reeled in a fish and a stick at the same time. Talent, folks. You can't hide talent. First buffalo of the trip and second stick of the trip at the same time. Get on in there. Let me get the stick undone first. Let me hold this up. Let's get the hero shot of that stick. Some of yous out there watching, you'll go your whole lives and never catch a stick of this magnitude right here. I'm so damn talented, I can reel in a stick like that and a fish, both at the same time. I'm gonna try to get hold of this thing. They ain't known for being the most cooperative things, and he's going. Them Jake buffalo, man. I don't know what it takes to get one to be calm. I'll let you get a picture with it. That's the first one of the trip out here. Small one, but still nice to get some buffalo. It's one of those fish that I'm just fascinated by, but just ain't very good at catching them for whatever reason. But anyway, y'all, I think I'm gonna just wrap up the filming portion today. I've got several fish out here already. It's gonna be a long video, and I ain't done fishing though. I'm gonna keep fishing, but I think I'm gonna get me a little off-camera time today. One of these rare trips where I've caught enough fish that I can get a decent length video and get a little me time out here on the water. So I'm gonna probably just finish off my moldy pack bait here, what's left of it, and these fish, it's been a consistent bite all morning long. So pretty good area right here to set up. Didn't do no chumming, didn't do any kind of baiting or anything, just come out, set up. Thought we might get some action from fish going in and out, and clearly it worked out. One of them days, like Hannibal from the A-Team said, I love it when a plan comes together. It's been one of them days for me. So anyway, y'all, hope you enjoyed it. Let's do it again soon.